Tulsi Gabbard signs in New Hampshire have been vandalized with the hammer and sickle. So this is, this is the Russia hysteria that's out of control. The hammer and sickle represents the Soviet Union. I mean, there's so many like layers and levels of delusion in this. First of all, the Soviet Union doesn't exist anymore. Now it's Russia. They don't have the same ideology in play there. Second of all, this is from people who looked at the feud between Hillary Clinton and Tulsi Gabbard and walked away from it saying, I think Hillary's correct, and I think that Tulsi's being groomed by Russia to be a third-party candidate. How on earth do these people reconcile what they think is reality with the fact that she has openly stated over and over, I'm not going to run third party? And even if she did, by the way, that doesn't mean she's Putin's puppet. Not at all. But she's not going to do it. So what's your evidence for any of this? Because Hillary Clinton said, oh, she's a favorite of Russia. Listen, you know who a favorite of Russia was? Barack Obama. Why? Because Barack Obama was open about the fact, I don't want to fight with Russia. I want to work together with them. Détente. Let's iron stuff out, man. Peace is better than war. Let's figure stuff out. So Russia supported Barack Obama over John McCain. Russia supported Barack Obama over Mitt Romney. Does that mean Barack Obama's wrong? No, I would argue that he was right. So the fact that Russia was kind of tepidly in favor of Trump over Hillary, it's because Trump was on the campaign trail saying it'd be nice if we got along with Russia. Trump was on the campaign trail talking about, we should stay out of Syria. Now, those end up geopolitically aligning with Russia when he said those things. Do I think it's because he's owned by Putin? No. When he got in office, he did the opposite. Donald Trump did get us involved in Syria. Donald Trump has pulled out of treaties and agreements we had with Russia and escalated with them. So he's not a puppet. But this is what they use. They're so out of their minds. Guys, if I run for president and I say, let's make peace with Russia, they'd be like, oh, well, obviously you're a Putin puppet. Or you guys are a bunch of idiots and you're making a mountain out of a molehill and being in favor of peace is a good thing. So when Tulsi says, let's get out of Syria, that's a good thing. When she says, let's end this new Cold War, that's a good thing. But they use that to try to say, oh, you're compromised. Don't tell me this isn't the new McCarthyism. It obviously is the new McCarthyism. It's like the definition of McCarthyism. They're literally using hammers and sickles now. I mean, come on, man. And just to show you how deranged this has gotten, if this wasn't enough evidence, and it is enough evidence, but the day after Trump assassinated an Iranian general, idiots on Twitter, there was a segment of Twitter that wasn't talking about that and how that's bad in and of itself. No. You know what they were doing? They were going over flight logs for Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where Trump is, because that's where he flies in from Mar-a-Lago. And they said, oh my God, a Russian businessman flew from Moscow to Fort Lauderdale and stayed there for only a day or two and then left. What was he doing there? So think about how deranged this all is now. At a time when you don't need to look for the secret plot behind what's happening. No. The reality is bad enough. Guys, the president just committed a war crime in front of everybody. Illegally and unconstitutionally assassinated a top Iranian general after that general had just defeated ISIS and was on a peace mission. You don't need to try to connect the dots here. No. It's all right in front of you. The crimes are all right in front of you. You want to impeach? Impeach over that. Because at least that has a chance to make the public be on your side. On your side. Because people go, oh, that is kind of crazy. Why is he doing that? So instead of talking about that, they're trying to do the connect the dots, and they got the beautiful mind, blackboard behind them, and they're like, see, obviously there's something nefarious going on. Trump just assassinated a top Iranian general. Iran is the top ally in the region to Russia. I assure you, Vladimir Putin did not want a general of his top ally assassinated. I assure you of that. But they still somehow managed to twist everything and say, but a flight to Fort Lauderdale from a Russian. They've lost their minds, man. They've lost their minds. All roads connect back to Russia to them. To the point where now they take a candidate who, I have disagreements with Tulsi, everybody knows that, but they take a candidate who's sincere and they just tar her and smear her relentlessly. And it's gotten to the point where they vandalize the signs with that silliness. Vandalize might not be the right word because it sounds like it's like violent or whatever. It's just, defacing them. Defacing the signs is what's happening. And it's not okay. So this is how far the Russia hysteria has gotten. And everybody should denounce that.